Good day, everybody. Thank you for joining. First of all, thank you all very much for joining. This is the Live on ServiceNow program, and today's topic is what's new in Zurich for ITSM. We've got a busy agenda for you. We're going to start with some housekeeping and announcements, and then we'll jump into the key new features for ITSM in Zurich. And then, as always, we'll have plenty of time for Q&A. In terms of housekeeping, mentioned that there's going to be time for Q&A, but Q&A is a really important note here for everybody. Please today, as you have questions throughout the program or at the end, please use the Q&A button that's part of Zoom as opposed to the chat. This one's really important because we want to make sure that we get to every one of your questions. And the only way we can do that is to make sure that they're in the Q&A section, because within the chat, a lot of times it'll just scroll off screen and we'll miss it. So please just remember to use the Q&A button instead of the chat for any questions you have. On top of that, the presentation is going to be recorded and we'll share it with you after the event. So you'll have access to that. You can review it as you need. And then lastly, after the event, we're going to be sending you a short survey that we'd love for you to be able to fill out. This will give us the information we need to know what we're doing well, what we're doing poorly, and what things we can do to make these sessions better for you going forward. So please just take a couple of moments to fill out that survey at the end of the session and provide us with your feedback. Now, the Live on ServiceNow series is an ongoing interactive event series. I would encourage you right now to pull out your phone, take a quick shot of the Q&R code on the right-hand side. That'll give you a link off to the ongoing schedule for ServiceNow. We've got a ton of great content coming for you going forward. So please grab that link. We'll also put it in the chat a little later in the course of the session, but that'll give you the ability to sign up for all the different programs coming up to help you speed your deployment, improve your adoption, and get faster and better value out of the product. One other note that I want to share with you is there is a ton of help out there available for you to get the value out of the product. Some of the programs that are important to know about, number one is the ServiceNow Impact Program. This is a great program that helps give you the support and the expertise you need to get value fast. There's a quick QR code there for you to get more information. Of course, we've got our training and certification programs to help you build all the skills that you need from using the product, administering it, to taking it to next steps. So please check out ServiceNow University for that. And then lastly, we always offer our expert services that help you with services targeted specifically to your needs, working shoulder to shoulder with you to get the most out of the system. So if you haven't had a second, please go ahead, take a shot of those QR codes, but we can also provide that information for you again a little bit later in the program. My name's Eric List. I'm a senior staff product manager here at ServiceNow. I've got about 20 years of experience in the ITSM field across multiple products. I'll be kind of leading us all through the call today, but I've got three great colleagues on the call with me, and I'll pass to them to introduce themselves. So Greg, let me go ahead and pass to you.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Hey, everyone. Greg Hollivis. I'm a staff outbound product manager here at ServiceNow. I've been here for about 4 years, a little over 4 years, and I'm going to be covering our change and release products.
Thanks, Greg. Sangeeta?
Thanks, Eric. So my name is Sangeeta, and I'm from the ITSM Outbound Product Management team. I've been in ServiceNow close to 10 months now, and I am from the GenAI and AI part of ITSM. And I'm happy to be here presenting and talking about what's new for ITSM in our Zurich release. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you. Eleanor?
Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Eleanor Branch. I am a principal product manager in ITSM with my focus on digital end user experience. I've been here at ServiceNow coming on 7 years. Thank you. Eric?
Awesome. Thank you, Eleanor. Appreciate it. All right. Well, now that we've shared some information about ourselves, let me ask that you all take a moment to share a little bit of information about you. During the course of today's presentation, we're going to have 4 polls. Just real quick ones. I'm going to give you the first 2 right up front, but this will help us understand a little bit about who's on the call and how we can tailor our discussion to best meet you. So go ahead and launch the poll, but tell us, are you a platform owner? Are you a system user, a decision maker, a deployment partner, or something else? And we'll leave this up for about 20 seconds, and then we'll move on to our next one. Right now, it looks about 40% of you all are platform owners, about 30% of them system users, 16% decision makers, and about 16% deployment partners. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next one. Okay, poll two, tell us a little bit about your company. How many employees are in your company? Are there less than 1,000? Are there between 1,000 and 5,000? And are there more than 5,000? So let's go ahead and launch that one. All right, we're seeing the pattern already. About 63% of you all are in companies larger than 5,000 employees, about 24, 25% in the 1,000 to 5,000 range. And about 14% of you all are in the less than 1,000 range. Okay, great. I think we can close out the polls now. All right. So now we're going to start sharing what's new in Zurich. And the important thing to know here is we're going to show you some of the top features. This is not everything, so we're going to encourage everybody to go out and check out the release notes. But these are the items that we want to share with you and that we think you'll find exciting and very, very useful moving forward. Now, as we might be talking about some forward-looking statements, it's always important to share the fact that we have a rabid team of lawyers who want us to show you the slide. But essentially, all this paragraph says is that everything that we show you is our understanding of what we're going to be doing going forward, and it is accurate. But obviously, things may change based on the needs of our customers and you all. And so what we have in plan may change over time, and therefore don't use the information that we share about any future-looking statements in terms of making buying decisions. All right, let's get into the details. So I'm going to start with Service Operations Workspace. I'm going to show you the three things that I think are going to be most interesting for you all. And then after that, I'll pass off to my colleagues. And throughout all this, we'll be looking forward to taking your questions. All right, so in Service Operations Workspace, one of the great features now in Zurich is Zoom integration. So Zoom integration now allows you to automatically capture the transcripts and recordings and have them attached into your incidents. So as you're using Zoom with, for example, a service requester, all of that entire content is going to be captured and will be brought in automatically into the incident record. And the reason this is important is, number one, it makes it a lot easier to improve your knowledge process because you've got that full transcript there and all the information, so you can go back, reference it, all the steps that were taken so that you can use that to build better knowledge moving forward. It's also information that can be used by AI going forward. So this gives you the information that you can train your AI on to be able to produce better results in the future in terms of AI-based solutions. Agent productivity is another big deal. So not having to go and capture all this information and write it down or do the attachment of the transcripts manually saves time for your agents. And then lastly, it's really important for compliance efforts. So now you know you've got an accurate and complete record of everything that happened at your fingertips within the incident. All right, guided setup for Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams integration is a great feature within the product, but we do know that some of our customers have not yet gone and implemented that integration because they found it challenging. And so to make that a ton easier for you all moving forward, if you haven't done this, I'd strongly encourage you to get up to Zurich and use the guided setup for Microsoft Teams. It's going to, through the product, walk you through all the steps that you need to be able to get up and running with that integration and get all the benefit for it. Okay, and the last one that I'm going to share with you all is finding similar incidents in Service Operations Workspace. Now, this is a feature that exists in UI 16 today. And as you've noticed, what we're doing is we're building out brand new functionality in Service Operations Workspace, but we're also fleshing out what we have today to make sure that Service Operations Workspace can be that one-stop shop for you as you're managing those incident processes and others. So now within Service Operations Workspace, you have the ability to go and look up and link to similar incidents without having to go out into UI 16. All right, so those are the three that I wanted to share with you. We'll pass now on to service resilience and off to Greg.
Perfect. Thanks, Eric. So like I mentioned, I'm going to be covering change management, digital product release, and digital portfolio management. So all three products geared towards ensuring resilient services and also increasing business agility. So first, we'll do change. And with Zurich, we have our first set of AI agents. So we see AI agents as really a paradigm shift for our customers to perform change management. So one of the key pain point areas we hear is customers are getting to a point with their requesters, where the requesters can effectively and consistently raise high quality change requests. minimizing the need for manual back and forth and facilitating better approval decisions via a high quality change data. So we think agentic AI provides an opportunity to help requesters do this through a more conversational change experience. So in this experience, requesters will be interacting with a series of agents throughout the change creation process and be supported really populating these change requests with the right data and making sure it's high quality. So I'll cover the three we have coming out. So first, we have a change scheduling AI agent that will help requesters in scheduling a change with the goal of minimizing potential conflicts and impacts. So this agent helps to guide requesters through the scheduling process, and it uses Now Assist to walk them through the required data, flagging conflicts, and suggesting better timing. So for example, avoiding blackout windows or any other overlapping changes. So next we have a change data quality AI agent. So this agent is going to help requesters assess the quality of their change data as they create it. So it provides a score and actionable suggestions to improve the clarity, completeness, and relevance. So once enabled, this agent evaluates the change request in real time, flags issues, and also recommends improvements. So like adjusting descriptions or adding any missing fields that you may have omitted before. And then finally, a conflict and impact assessment AI agent. So this agent helps change requesters during the change creation process to ensure they have all the data needed to assess the change impact and explain the output, and the really putting it into understandable terms. So in the future, we're going to look to build upon this experience to also suggest raising planned outage records for identified services or CIs. With that, we can move to DPR. Perfect. Okay, so with DPR, it was originally designed for one-time release validation. So as we've been speaking with customers, we've uncovered the need to manage more repeatable multi-phase rollouts across different products, environments, and CIs. So think of a patching use case. So the current workflows that do this are very manual, and they're really unable to scale. So it leads to overburdened teams and inefficient product releases. So we're launching this new complex rollout feature, which will really allow product teams and release teams to first, they can differentiate between the validation release, which is the traditional use case for DPR, and then a rollout release, which is this new use case. Customers can then connect CIs to release phases automatically for future use in change requests. And then they'll see all of these connected CIs in a table view with selection boxes, make it easier to attach them to their changes in the future. As a result, your team should experience a more streamlined release creation process, and infer all the effective CIs are appropriately mapped to the correct phase in the respective release. Next slide, please. Perfect. Okay. And then finally, we have digital portfolio management. So here we've really had strong demand for just some more out-of-the-box features to help with configurability and flexibility in the product. So we've launched a series of more minor enhancements to help with this experience. So first, on the enterprise portfolio preview page, this is the view for service owners and executives to get a snapshot of their full portfolio performance. So we've enhanced this page to display multiple KPIs at a glance. So users no longer need to really dive deep into each solution type to get necessary insights. So hopefully this should reduce time to value and give a really comprehensive summary view of what's happening. Second, with DPM admins, we've introduced the ability to mark enterprise portfolios as either active or inactive. So this feature enhances governance and operational clarity for solution owners, addressing the common challenge of prioritizing solutions across multiple enterprise portfolios. The goal here is to simplify the overall workspace experience for service owners and eliminate cumbersome navigation and repetitive steps, hopefully making it easier to get a holistic picture of your portfolio performance. And then finally, with this release, users are able to align their solutions data with the latest CSDM 5.0 label of service instance and technology management service. Sorry, I threw a lot at you across those three products, but if you have questions, please post in the Q&A and we can talk through those in a bit more detail. With that,
Awesome.
we can move on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate it. And I'll echo again what Greg said, which is just a reminder, if you have questions, please do not use the chat for it. It'll scroll past our team and we won't be able to answer it for you because we won't see it go by. But do use that Q&A section and or the Q&A button in Zoom, and we'll be more than happy to answer all the questions we can. But speaking of questions, it's time for us to ask a question of you all again. And so this one is, we're trying to understand a little bit about what's important to your CIO. So let's go ahead and launch the poll. And the question here is, which of the following are top priority outcome for CIOs in your organization? Is it omnichannel service desk, proactive outage prevention, unified CMDB with the ability to maintain it regularly, resilience and audit compliance for critical business services, or none of these? We'll give it about 15, 20 seconds, and then Sangeeta, this time we'll actually post the results visibly and pause for them.
Sure.
So they don't have to hear me read out all of the text again. All right, I think we've got a good trend. We'll give it another 5 seconds here. Okay, Sangeeta, if you would go ahead and.
Yeah, I'm sharing the results.
Awesome, we see them. All right, thank you so much, everybody.
Okay,
All right.
so let's move on. So before I start, we have our colleagues from ITSM, Isaac and Chris, who are helping us in answering the questions. So please be patient with us while they answer the questions, and we open up the Q&A towards the end of the session. So with this Zurich release, we are also giving the customers the flexibility to choose the model provider for Now Assist and custom skills. Until Yokohama, we were using only Now LLM, but right now we have opened it up, and we have the flexibility to choose between different LLMs. So the Now LLM service remains the trusted default purpose built for the platform, which is deeply integrated and governed end to end across all environments. But we also offer seamless access to the leading third party models like GPT 4.1, Gemini, and Claude, all without managing APIs and contracts or external infrastructure. Most importantly, this isn't a one size fits all approach. Customers can mix and match models across skills and use cases, which gives a seamless experience for ITSM. That means they can use Claude for HR, GPT 4.1 for summarization, and now LLM for ITSM. Everything is now governed through AI Control Tower and Now Assist Admin Console. It's a hybrid model strategy that is built in for real enterprise needs, which helps in balancing trust, flexibility, and performance. So you might be wondering, how is it working? So the model provider selection is now available at the instance level, function, and skill level. We will deep dive into each of them in the next two slides, but they are now available at instance, functional, and skill level with these policies, set in the AI control tower by AI stewards. So admins, what they can do is they can assign an available provider based on their organization's policies to Now Assist skills directly within the Now Assist admin. There are no API keys or external provisioning which is required. Customers can mix and match between the Now LLM service and the trusted OEM providers, which can be Azure, OpenAI, Gemini, Claude, anything per instance. Not only the users, developers can also utilize all four providers for custom skills within the Now Assist skill kit. So what are the features that we are actually introducing through this capability? The features are at instance, functional, and skill level model configuration, no API and credential management feature, and the most important thing is the support for four model providers: Now LLM, Azure, OpenAI, Gemini, and Claude. And from a security standpoint, they are all integrated into AI Control Tower and Now Assist Admin, governed routing by region and entitlement. So, what are the business needs that we are actually trying to resolve with this third-party model provider capability? So, we all understood through your feedback that customers need to align LLM performance and behavior to user specific needs. With just one now LLM, we cannot cater to all use case specific needs. So many enterprises want flexibility to adopt preferred providers while maintaining platform governance. So, and many regulated and public sector customers require in-region routing or specific provider assurances. So, with this capability for third-party model provider, the value propositions that we are giving is this delivers built-in trust, flexible deployment, and fast innovation without any operational overhead. And the model provider selection is simple, governed, and outcome aligned, helping customers scale the generative AI confidently. So next slide, Eric. Thank you. So, you might be wondering, how are we going to choose this? So here on the UI, we have the, for an admin, when the admin selects the instance level option for the third-party LLM integration, it's like just flipping a switch that activates the AI intelligence across the entire Now Assist footprint. So this means for every out-of-the-box skill is immediately backed by the selected LLM model without needing to configure, each one individually. So this approach is ideal for customers who want a consistent AI experience across their, ITSM environment. Next slide, please. So while we have seen at an instance level how it looks, so we also gave, the customization option with this release. So we are giving teams the ability to tailor their LLM provider selection down to the skill or skill group level. So this is how, we have the drop downs here. This means a team working on a high complexity workflow can choose a more advanced model while others can still optimize for speed or cost. It's about precision, matching the right model to the right job or the right skill so we can deliver smarter, faster, and more efficient AI experiences across the board. So having seen these for the third party model provider option, we are now going to look at a poll. Then let's see. I'm going to launch the poll. Eric, while you just pop the question in the next slide.
There we go. What's the level of
Thank you.
interest and investment in your organization for AI agent-driven automation? All right, I think we're getting our trend. Sangeeta, you want to share it?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Sharing the results. Hope you're able to see.
Yep. So what we can see from this is very few of you have no or little interest in it. It's something interesting for pretty much everybody else at the same level, but for quite a few, about 43% and 16% each, this is becoming a higher top priority. So good information. Thank you all for sharing this. All right. It is now time to move on to digital end user experience with Eleanor.
Hello, I am very excited to be able to share with all of you the latest in our releases for digital end user experience. Next slide. All right, so first we have our Microsoft Teams monitoring. In today's global work model, ensuring that collaboration channels such as Microsoft Teams are running efficiently is critical. IT operators need enhanced monitoring for Microsoft Teams to quickly diagnose performance issues, such as call quality, connectivity problems, application network, etc., all of which affect end user collaboration. Current monitoring may capture basic metrics, but customers require deeper, actionable insights into Teams performance and user experience. So we added several metrics for Microsoft Teams monitoring with detailed charts for Teams call quality trends and network path analysis. These metrics include call quality, calls over time, join or leave times, average jitter, packet loss, and round trip time, average audio degradation, average bandwidth estimate, average video frame loss percentage, and then session quality, such as connection type, media type, etc. So with the addition of our Microsoft Teams monitoring, organizations will experience significant reduction in support needs and employee productivity loss due to issues with their collaboration tools. Next. All right, so with DEX guided setup, we added a step-by-step in-product guide to set up digital end user experience management. You can set up agent client collector, web browser extensions, desktop assistant, metric rules, and application manager. So all of this was done so that organizations can quickly realize value from our solution now that the DEX setup is no longer a barrier to usage. Admins can now focus on advanced DEX features such as bulk remedial actions, training teams to leverage the investigation tab in service operations workspace, and getting the most out of their digital end user experience. Next. For bulk remedial action, in the past, DEX only enabled admin and service desk agents to run remedial actions for a single device at a time. There was no way previously to run a remedial action for all impacted devices. So we solved this problem by enabling IT to run bulk remedial actions such that multiple devices can receive remediation simultaneously. These remedial actions can be triggered in the context of generated alerts in digital end user experience. So bulk remedial actions allow for IT teams to solve multiple end user issues at once, which not only is more efficient IT support, but also keeps end users more productive due to quick mitigation of their device issues. Next. With ESG integration, as organizations grow their energy usage, its impact on the environment and the effort to reduce that impact becomes more significant. DEX battery and energy consumption metrics coupled with ESG management allows organizations to pinpoint sources of unnecessary energy consumption across devices, hardware components, and IT infrastructure. Organizations that use both ServiceNow digital end user experience and ESG management will be able to easily track energy consumption of end user devices, which in turn will provide actionable insights into areas of improvement. For example, when to have hardware refreshes or allowing them to adhere to long-term sustainability goals. Next. All right, so with ITSM events on DEX device timeline, users can now view incidents, change requests, and alerts on the device timeline for improved visibility into device activities history. Agents will realize faster MTTR with better visibility into events impacting end user devices to enable more efficient troubleshooting. Users can view events on a 24-hour timeline for more accurate historical analysis and easily navigate to the event records for further analysis. Next. And finally, as we develop new features, we also invested in creating a more robust infrastructure. And so with this latest release, we now have GCC support from IL4 certification to enable DEX support in regulated markets. We have also expanded the DEX infrastructure to be able to handle more devices and applications. up to 400,000 devices and 200 applications. So now larger organizations can depend on ServiceNow Dex for all their digital experience needs for employees. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think that brings us to the full list of our content. I want to take a moment to thank everybody out there for being part of this program, especially to the panel who joined us to present. Thank you all for your time today. Thank you for your business, and we look forward to seeing you on others live on ServiceNow programs going forward. Again, you'll see a survey shortly after this. Let us know what we can do to make these programs better for you. We're interested in continually improving them to meet your needs. So with that said, thank you all so much. Have a great afternoon, great evening, wherever you may be, and we'll catch up again soon. Bye-bye.